know that Mother's Day is this weekend, but let's not forget about dear old Dad and all that he does.
That's right. The Father's Day Council is having a night to recognize some of the Father of the Year award winners. Dr. Fayez Ghassan and Crystal Kasnoff have all the details about the gala. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, Crystal, let's start off by talking about what the Father's Council is.
Father's Day Council was actually created about almost 20 years ago and has been raising money for research for type 1 diabetes and really taking a look at the local fathers and how they have been just shining examples in the community, and we want to recognize those guys, and of course important that they're really good dads as well.
It is. I always say when someone's on TV, they always go, "Hi, Mom." Nobody ever says, "Hi, Dad." So let's get a day where we just do that recognition. And we have some great fathers that we're recognizing. Tell me about some of the winners we're talking about at the gala.
We have 5 Dads of the Year this year. We're so excited. Greg Byrne, who is the VP of Athletics for the University of Arizona. We have Lorenzo Livingston. I'm going a little out of order, but he's on your screen there. He's a Master Sergeant with the U.S. Air Force. Pat Lopez, who is a partner at Rusing, Lopez, and Lazardi. We have Warren Rustand, his CEO of Providence Corporation. And we have Dr. Mark Wheeler. We're really excited about this. He's a pediatric endocrinologist at the Diamond Children's Hospital. And so they're all amazing fathers as well.
Absolutely. Perfect. And we are obviously raising money as well. So will you tell us where those monies will go?
Yes, so this is why we have this guy sitting here. He's amazing, Dr. Fayez Ghassan. I'm going to let him talk to you a little bit about the research dollars and where that'll go.
So our really mission is threefold. First, we want to heal. So we have 700 kids with type 1 diabetes we follow at the Angel Wing for children with type 1 diabetes. Second, we want to teach. We want to teach all the pediatricians and all the future endocrinologists how to deal with patients with type 1 diabetes. But the third most important vision is that we want to discover. And that's where the most important thing comes with type 1 diabetes, because eventually we want to find a cure for type 1 diabetes. So how are we going to concentrate on this type 1 diabetes? There are 2 issues we need to consider. One, type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease. Your body makes antibodies against its own cells and destroy these cells, and therefore all those patients, they require insulin for the rest of their life. So that's one area we are concentrating on to figure out why would someone make antibodies against their own cells. That's part of the research. So we create models in animals first to really understand exactly the mechanism of autoimmunity. The second most important thing, we want to make beta cells so that eventually, we can take a stem cell and make a beta cell which secretes insulin and give it to the patients. So these are the 2 most important areas in the area of type 1 diabetes, because in the end of the day, insulin is not a cure for type 1 diabetes. Clearly, we're going to understand why the body rejects itself, and second, how to make new beta cells to cure type 1 diabetes.
Well, I love that you put that in a way that I could totally follow what you were saying, what's happening to the body when they have type 1 diabetes and where we want to go. I see that there's a goal, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. We need these funds in order to get that research done.
Absolutely. Listen, without really having these preliminary data, we cannot go to national organization. We have to have a proof of principle before we go to the National Institute of Health and ask them for millions of dollars. So what we are doing at this stage, we raise money with Father's Day Council, and we provide the scientists with tools to get preliminary data so we can go and get more money. So every dollar we raise in Tucson really going to bring in millions of dollars in the end of the day. And that's what all science is all about. You have to prove the principle that your experiment is going to work, and you go to national organization.
Well, I love how passionate you are.
Yes.
And I think, we feel that, and I'm sure our viewers feel it as well. Crystal, how can our viewers get more involved?
Well, we're having a gala. It's very exciting. The gala is going to be on May 28th, the Thursday, at Lowe's Montana Canyon. They can go to FDC, Father's Day Council Tucson, fdctucson.org. and participate. They can get tickets. They can actually make donations for the dad, and they can, if you have one of those dads that you're connected to, go on there and support them and say, hey, this is for them to help raise money.
Well, I think that's great. I love that we're having a gala that not only we're going to honor these men, it's a way to get money that's going to be raised for research. So the gala itself, what is going to be going on? We're going to honor these men, and are we doing a dinner? What are we going to have?
We are. We're having a dinner. We're having an amazing raffle. And this is really in a format that's a little bit different than a lot of the fundraisers that you see, because we're going to take a look at these dads that are up there, and we're going to look at what they did in the community. It's a special time in the community for us just to say thank you and do something great and raise money at the same time.
Well, let's get people out to this event. This is going to be amazing. Thank you, Doctor, so much for that insight. And of course, thank you for telling us about what the Father's Day Council is and more about this event as well.
Thank you.
So if you're out there and you're wondering, how do I go? The Father of the Year Awards Gala will take place May 29th at Los Ventana Canyon Resort. For tickets, you can call 626-9773, or you can log on to fdctucson.org.